Okay, number, let's do 1A. I would. Okay, easiest way to get rid of a fractional coefficient. Yep, multiply by the reciprocal. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 2/3. What does it look like? What? Christ whose birth the angels sing. Come adore on bended knee. Christ the Lord, the newborn King. Let us sing. It's still fuzzy. In excelsis There we go. Okay, so these multiply to 1. I get my x minus 6. 2/3 of 12 is 8. Add 6 to both sides. I get x equals 14. Okay, 1B. Yeah. Multiply both sides by 3/1 or 3. These cancel the 1. I get my x plus 4. 6 times 3 is 18. Okay, subtract 4 from both sides. So x equals, hey, look at that. X equals 14 again. Okay, 2A. If I have a greater than absolute problem, I have two problems to solve. If I have a greater than or equal to, it's an OR problem. Make sure you have the absolute values solved for or by itself first. Since it's by itself, the term, I set x minus 7 greater than or equal to 13, or set x minus 7 less than or equal to negative 13, and solve each side. Add 7, add 7. X is greater than or equal to 20, or add 7. X is going to be less than or equal to negative 6. Okay, again, this is our inequality statement. That goes here. I'm going to put my negative number first. Okay, graph it. Here's my small one. Here's my large one. 20, positive 20. Let me zoom out. Okay, let's see. Do I have brackets or parentheses? Brackets. Interval notation. This is negative infinity. This is going to be positive infinity. Union 20, positive infinity. Less than are going to be and problems. Set each of these equal to, I'm sorry, less than what's there, and set it greater than negative 8. Subtract 5, subtract 5. X is going to be less than 3. Subtract 5, subtract 5. X is going to be greater than negative 13. You want higher? Okay. I'm going to put my small one here, negative 13. I've got my large one. I can condense this too because it's an and statement. You could also write it like this up here. It doesn't matter. Negative 13, 3, parentheses in between. Yes. You're going to what? No. No. Because this is a standardized time test. What? Because I would take it from you after a certain amount of time. You get a formula sheet for Monday's final. Nope. So will you have our test on our desk when we walk in? Yep. Okay, next one. Solve algebraically. By the way, when you get a choice to solve graphing or algebraically, do the graphing one first. Do the graphing one first. Okay. So my y1 is going to be the square root of x minus 1. My y2 is going to be x minus 3. By the way, you should be able to do x minus 3 without a calculator. Put them in your handy-dandy calculators. So I have the square root of x minus 1 and x minus 3. Graph them. Okay, I'm going to graph each one of these. I'm going to go to, you could go to your chart. This is y1. This is our radical. Okay, so I have 0, 1, or I'm sorry, 1, 0, 2, 1, 5, 2. There should be one more. 10, 3. So here's my radical graph. And then my line graph. Again, you should know how to do this off the top of your head because this is in y equals mx plus b. Your b is negative 3. Your slope is 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. Guys, quiet down. What's my point of intersection? Alana. what's 5, 2, right? My point of intersection is 5, 2. That's the solution to my equation. Okay? In fact, that's the only solution to my equation. What's my x value? So my solution is x equals 5. I only have one solution for this problem. Now, do it algebraically. Okay? Square both sides. So I get x minus 1 equals x minus 3 times x minus 3. So x minus 1 equals x squared minus 3x plus 9. X minus 1 equals x squared minus 6x plus 9. I have to get a 0 on one side, so I'm going to subtract x. Make sure you subtract it in the right term. I'm going to add 1, add 1. This goes to 0. So I get x squared minus 6x minus x is minus 7x. Plus 9 plus 1 gives me plus 10. Factor that. I get x, see, minus minus, 5 and 2. Okay. So set each one of these equal to 0. I get x equals 5 and x equals 2. Because I did this graphically already, I know that 2 doesn't work. It's going to be extraneous. Because I did it graphically, I only got one solution. Keaton, you okay? Are you just tired? Oh, I know you know how to do it. You look like you're going to fall asleep any second and fall over. Bored? You don't have anything else you can do for any other class? Is it? Okay, next page. It's another one of those that we just did. I think I'll skip it. You want me to do it again? They take a long time. Yeah, if we have more time, I'll go back to it. If we have time, I'll go back and do it. 4A. Solve by using square roots. I have to get the squared term by itself first. So I'm going to subtract 60. I get 2 x squared equals negative 50. Divide both sides by 2. I get x squared equals negative 25. Square root both sides. What? You can't take square root of a negative number. Yeah, it's the square root of 25 times the square root of negative 1, which is plus or minus 5i. We'll see. All right, 5a. Given the function, the f of x equals the square root of x. So this is our parent function, right? says create a new function, g of x. So I've got my parent function, square root of x, that shifts the original function to the left 4. Okay, left 4 is going to be underneath my radical. And since it's underneath a mathematical symbol, it's opposite, so it's not minus. It's going to be plus 4. That's left 4. And down 9 units. Since it's outside the radical, it's the same sign. Shut up. Number 6A. The school that Jenna goes to selling tickets to a choral performance on the first day of ticket sales. The school sold 3 senior citizen tickets. So X equals senior price of the senior citizen tickets. And then we have the price of child tickets. On the first day, the school sold 3 senior and 1 child for a total of $38. So 3 senior and 1 child equals $38. And the second equation, $52 by selling 3 senior and 2 child. 3 senior and 2 child. Define what your variables are, then set up a system, equations to represent. So don't have to solve. No, page 3. Okay, we're looking at this function. I'm sorry, graph. Wants to know the domain, my x-axis. So I'm going, and it includes -8. And it stops at 3, including 3. My range is my y values, so it starts at -4, and it ends at 5. Is it a function? Yes, because it passes the vertical line test. I would. Just use vertical line test. It's easier. Okay, number 8A. You guys keep skipping these and having all kinds of problems. These are the easiest problems we did this semester. Just put it in the stupid calculator. Okay, -16x squared plus 140x plus 3. Graph it. It's not even asking, it's just asking for values from your chart. You don't even need the, all you have to do is go to your chart. Okay? We're looking for x equals 3. I have 279 is my height. X or t equals 4. I have 307. 5, 303. Okay. Now, your rate of change is nothing more than slope. It's going to be the change of height over change of time. Okay, your height from 4 to 3 is 307 minus 279 all over 1. Just make sure it comes out positive. You would have to do your x's the same way. Yeah, if you did 279 minus 307 over 3 minus 4, you're good because it'll turn positive. Okay, 307 minus 279 is 28. 28 feet per second. That's all you have to do. Yeah. Okay, number 9A. Graph. Now, whenever it says to graph something, you can always put it in a calculator. This one's easy because it's in vertex form. Here's my mathematical symbol. Okay, whatever's inside is going to be the opposite. Whatever's outside is the same. Okay, -3, 2. Again, you could put this in a calculator, but it's easier to do it in your head. Your slope is, you got a 1 out here, so it's 1 over 1. So up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. And it's a V, right? Absolute value. So there you go. Your transformations, inside it's opposite, so you're going to the left 3, and you're going up 2. Again, you can put it in a calculator and get all your points off of the chart for the graphing, but it's easier to do it in your head. Number 10A, students are still having problems with this. Solve for A. I have 1 there, 1 there. First of all, I got to get the A terms on one side. So I'm going to subtract 5A from both sides. So I have AM minus 5A. Gentlemen, quiet. Equals 4. I'm going to factor out the common factor A. And I get M minus 5 equals 4. Now I can get A by itself. Just divide everything by what I don't want. M minus 5. And my answer is A equals 4 divided by M minus 5. Oh, I guess it goes here. Bless you. Okay, 11. We have some exponents. You guys are pretty good with this now. Reduce your numbers. Let's see, 2 goes into 10, 5, 2 goes into 12, 6. X to the 3 minus -9 is x to the 12. Y to the 7. Nothing I can do with 5/3. This x is going to go in the numerator because we have a negative exponent. So I have x squared, y to the 9th. This -1 outside my parentheses is going to flip my entire fraction. Huh? It's not. It's an equal sign.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. This -1 is going to make this whole thing flip. So I have 2x to the 5th, 7y to the 4th. There's no negative exponents, I'm done. 1/2, that's the square root. Stop just taking half of 25. You need to take the square root of 25, which is 5. The square root of x8, x to the 4th, square root of 49, and 10 divided by 2, because there's a 2 there, y to the 5th. And the last one, 7y to the 5th. 5/50 is just 1/10. X to the 8 minus 7 is x to the 1st. Y to the 2 minus 6 is y to the negative 4, so I'm going to put it up here and make it positive. Damn. Yep. Okay, last page. 12a, factor. You know how to factor this. This is easy. X here, x here. Let's see, I got a plus 3 minus 10. Let's do it completing the square. Vertex form. Y equals x minus h squared plus k. We're not doing anything with the y, so when we complete the square, we're going to do it everything on the right-hand side. So I'm going to make a perfect square trinomial, add some number, add a perfect square, plus 18. Then I'm going to have to subtract that perfect square. Half of 10 squared is 5 squared, bless you, it's 25. So 25, 25. My form, y equals x plus 5 squared. Okay, 18 minus 25 is minus 7. There it is. And 14. Do it in a circle. I have to complete the square twice. So I have x squared plus 8x. I'm going to make a perfect square trinomial. Plus y squared minus 6y. Same thing with the y. That means I'm going to have 2 to add to the right side. Half of 8 squared is 4 squared, which is 16. There's my first one. Half of negative 6 is negative 3 squared, which is 9. There's my second one. So 9. And this is 16. So I have my x plus 4 squared plus y minus 3 squared equals 24 plus 16 is 30, 40 plus 9 is 49, or 7 squared.
See you for the final tomorrow?
Yep, study hard. Do the ones that are just like these. Do the B's.